Former President Donald Trump wants the Federal Reserve under his thumb. He believes he knows best when it comes to interest rates. Trump thinks his business experience trumps the expertise of economists. He doesn't trust the Fed to make the right call. This desire for control sets a dangerous precedent. It threatens the very foundation of the Fed, its independence. The Fed's power lies in its ability to act without political pressure. Trump's vision undermines this. He seems to view the Fed as an extension of his administration, a tool to be manipulated for his own ends. This short-sighted view ignores the potential long-term damage. Imagine a world where interest rates are set based on political whims. Markets would plunge into chaos, investors would lose confidence, the economy would suffer. This is the danger of Trump's vision. The separation of the Fed and the government exists for a reason. It's a safeguard against reckless decision-making. Trump's desire for control throws this safeguard out the window. It's a dangerous game with potentially disastrous consequences. Jerome Powell, the current Fed chair, has become a target of Trump's ire. Trump criticizes Powell's every move on interest rates. He claims Powell is too slow to act, too quick to raise rates, always out of step with the economy. Trump points to specific instances where he believes Powell faltered. One example is the Fed's decision not to cut rates in July 2023. This was shortly before a disappointing jobs report. Trump saw this as a missed opportunity to stimulate the economy. These attacks on Powell are more than just disagreements on policy. They are direct assaults on the Fed's independence. Trump is trying to publicly shame Powell into submission. He wants a Fed chair who will bend to his will. Powell, to his credit, has stood firm. He has refused to let Trump's bullying influence his decisions. He maintains that the Fed will continue to act independently, basing its decisions on data, not political pressure. The Federal Reserve faces a constant dilemma. It must control inflation while also promoting economic growth. This is a delicate balancing act, like walking a tightrope. One wrong step can have disastrous consequences. Raising interest rates helps curb inflation, but it can also slow down economic growth. Lowering rates stimulates growth, but it risks igniting inflation. The Fed must constantly assess the risks and adjust its course. The current economic climate adds another layer of complexity. Inflation is proving stubborn. The job market is showing signs of weakness. The Fed must chart a course through these treacherous waters. This is no easy task, and it's made even more difficult by outside pressure. Trump's constant criticism only adds to the challenge. It's like trying to walk a tightrope while someone is shaking it. Section 4. Independence under fire. The Federal Reserve's independence has come under attack before, but never from a president as relentless as Trump. He has repeatedly used his platform to undermine the Fed, sowing seeds of doubt about its motives and competence. This constant barrage of criticism takes its toll. It erodes public trust in the institution and makes it harder for the Fed to do its job effectively. It also puts immense pressure on the Fed chair. Powell has shown remarkable resilience in the face of Trump's attacks, but how long can he hold out? What if Trump is re-elected? Will he appoint a Fed chair more amenable to his demands? These are worrying questions. The answers have profound implications for the future of the US economy. The stakes are high. The Fed's independence hangs in the balance. Section 5. The stakes for the economy. The Federal Reserve plays a vital role in the US economy. It sets monetary policy, regulates banks, and acts as a lender of last resort during times of crisis. Its decisions have far-reaching consequences. A politicized Fed is a dangerous Fed. It would be susceptible to corruption and manipulation. Decisions would be made based on political expediency, not economic sound judgment. This would have a devastating impact on the economy. Businesses would lose confidence, investment would dry up, and growth would stall. The consequences would be felt by all Americans. Trump's vision for the Fed is a recipe for disaster. It would undermine decades of careful work to build a strong and independent central bank. It would put the US economy at risk. It's a gamble we cannot afford to take.